Philadelphia. Special dedications to my beloved mother, the late Mary 𝒂𝓈𝓾𝒈, my beloved father, William 𝒂𝓈𝓾𝒈, late, my beloved mother, Helen 𝒂𝓈𝓾𝒈, late, my sister, Rachel 𝒂𝓈𝓾𝒈, late, my beloved grandmother, 𝒂𝒹𝓈𝓈𝒾𝒸, my wife, Jasmine 𝒂𝓈𝓾𝓈𝒾𝒸. This is Philadelphia. During the days of the Dungeon King, I was among the few compound boys left around when the palace guards came. The sorcerer led the way on the black stallion. The Dark King was with her. When my mother heard the voices of the horses outside, she told me to hide behind the granary. Those were the dark days. Behind the mountains, the secret keepers have been hiding for several years now, hiding the oracle. But now the dark times were here, as expected. But this time earlier by months, maybe by years. For anyone who cared to count. The chronology had changed, but the calendar was still the same. In her palace that morning, 𝒂𝓕𝓾 walks into Zuri, seated on the palace dressing stool, doing her hair. My queen, says Yag, massaging Zuri's shoulders. She smiles back to the mirror and leans on the left side of Yag's hand. Have you heard the rumors? About what, my love? About the rise of the Dark Knight and the Dungeon King uprising? No, not really. What about him? Does the Dungeon King know about the Oracle in the East? A message has been intercepted by one of our archers. He shot down a message sparrow yesterday in the Arts. Have a look. Zuri takes the note and examines it. But this is coded. What makes you think he's of the dark nature? My queen, why would the dark sparrow be headed down this way at such a time, when the oracle has just turned 2? This cannot be a coincidence. These times are related. Well, then see to it that the oracle is brought back into the palace. Answers Zuri. What about the handler? See to it that no harm comes her way. But my queen, what if the message was intended for her? Cannot afford to put my man's life in jeopardy. Well, in case you have forgotten, they are my men, and I say no harm comes her way. I'm in no habit of biting the hands that once fed me. Understood. Either way, get the interpreter to interpret the message before the council. At the eastern deserted lands, the handler is seen in the wood, grass-thatched house. The oracle is on the bed. The pot is boiling at the corner fireplace. She picks up the bowl and scoops the soup with a wooden soup spoon. 𝒂𝓕𝓾 pushes in Mnyasi on the wheelchair into the palace council hall. Zuri seated on the iron spear thrown down the walkway, directly facing the door. The interpreter takes up his space next to the left council flank. All the guards are standing round behind them, the spears on their hands. and the swords on their waistbelt. In the village of the handler, Hermione is seen in her front yard in the wood house. The enemy soldier watches her from the wood. She's watching the oracle, and as she takes him out of the bathing trough into a towel, the soldier gets back onto his horse and rides back. Meanwhile, at the palace, all the generals are there. You have all been summoned here, elders of the 12 clans of the great tribe of Israel, to hear a message dropped into our land. Proceed, says 𝒂𝓨, as he hands the note to the interpreter. The note reads, "We shall be arriving at Winterfell. The message is up. 2 full moons ahead. Take heed of this." "We are 1 full moon down to the Winterfell. What does this mean?" asks Obora, the general army commander. "That the messenger is probably here already?" intervened 𝒂𝓈𝓾, the captain of the metallic clan. Outside the palace doors and within the walls, Dowdy gets off his horse. The gate guard proceeds to secure it. As he rushes, and the outdoor guards open and let him through. Does this mean that the realm of the Dungeon King is due? asks Benjamin. "We cannot presumptuously jump into that conclusion, troop leader, but rather get down to the oracle," says 𝒂𝓨. "And on that note, the handler comes not into harm's way," replies the queen. And they all reply in unison, "Understood." At that time, all the horses are seen in front of the palace gate. 𝒪𝓃𝓈𝓃𝓉 sounds the horns. 𝒪𝓃𝓈𝓃𝓉, sound the horns. Go up the hill and sound the horns, Obora orders Otivo, who in turn saddles the horse up ahead and heads to the hills. The horn is on his close back. To God be glory.